Earlier this week, I read a morning devotion from Jesus Calling, a book by Sarah Young, and I was invited into a new habit. Now, certainly that's intentional timing with the start of the new year. You see, what it says is that whenever we find ourselves in a situation we did not expect or do not want, or aren't sure we really could make it through, we simply repeat the words, "I trust you, Lord." I think it sounds really simple, and perhaps we can get our minds wrapped around the concept fairly easily, but I wonder, do we really take it to heart? I think that's what this habit is all about, saying it, "I trust you, Lord," until you believe it with your whole being. Now, I was thinking about this more as I reflected on the text for this coming Sunday. In our gospel reading from Matthew, we hear about the baptism of Jesus, when Jesus insisted on being baptized by John, as we read, to fulfill all righteousness. The fact that a sinless Jesus would choose to be baptized actually brings a fullness to the act of baptism, and I think we might too easily gloss over that. It isn't just about repenting as John's baptism had been before this. Now, through the baptism of Jesus, comes the presence of God's Spirit and the calling of the baptized to a purpose, as well as the pleasure that God finds in God's beloved children. I find this is emphasized even more when we read this gospel text right alongside our Isaiah reading from chapter 42. The prophet reminds Israel that they are chosen, that they are a community called by God to a mission to bring forth justice, specifically to open the eyes of the blind and bring out the prisoners from the dungeon, from the prison, those who sit in darkness. Isaiah reminds them, as well as us, that God has taken our hand and keeps us. To the Israelites, as to all of creation, and to the people who walk in it, God has given breath and spirit. That is what baptism is all about. When we come to the waters, we are recipients of an anointing by God's Spirit, a calling to work for peace and justice, and to be a part of the new things that God is ushering in. And in all this, we have the promise that the Spirit is moving in us and through us at all times, such that in any circumstance we can, with our whole being, declare with confidence, "I trust you, Lord," and know that God is here. I look forward to seeing you in worship.